1260 and 101.1 FM. Our conversation with our Penns Manor students brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people, and all of our school visits are sponsored by the ally in front of us. Mr. Grimaldi, are you going to handle that, sure?
Good morning, Todd. Yes, I have Mrs. Horn and three of her pre-K students. Brief introduction, Mrs. Horn runs the best and the most liveliest pre-K class in all.
4-year-olds, and that is we conducted some research. And you'd think, 4-year-olds, keep in mind I brought them here today and strapped them into car seats. But even at 4 years old, the challenge of learning to research and recording data and asking questions and then finding the answers by looking through books, looking on the computer, looking at photographs, comparing real and make-believe. I mean, it just was a wonderful week full of I wonder statements and learning. So I brought these kiddos with you. Each day our research conducted started with a question. And so each question then we'd think, how could we answer this question? And we would research. And then each time we found the answers to our questions, we recorded the research in our Penguin project books. So they created illustrations that matched the text we were learning about. So I'm going to start this off with our first pre-K student. You want to introduce yourself? Say your name. Go ahead and tell us your name. No?
She's not going to do that. Okay.
Eliza's not. That's all right, sweetheart. Hey, Maverick, or Logan, why don't we start with you instead? It's okay, sweetheart. We'll start with Logan. Logan, you want to go ahead and say what your name is?
Why she cried?
Well, she's feeling a little nervous. It's okay.
Nervous.
But why don't you start? Tell us your name.
I'm Logan.
Hi, Logan.
Logan. And Logan, we started off our research by asking what a penguin was. Do you remember what a penguin is?
I want to sit up on this chair.
Okay, let's get you up on the chair. Hold on, Mr. Marino. I can't hold this in here. Okay.
All right, here we go. Logan's getting up on the chair.
Logan's on the chair.
Yeah,
Let's see if I can move this.
There we go.
All right, Logan, start off our research. What is a penguin?
It's a bird. It can't fly.
Oh.
You can let it go.
Well, I don't want to let it go because if it falls.
Yeah.
And if he can't fly, how does a penguin move about?
It waddles and
And what else does it do? Remember, look at your research there.
They can swim and jump.
Oh,
So
they
what
waddle,
do you think
swim,
of
and
that?
jump.
Swimming
Yeah.
and jumping with those short little legs.
Yeah.
And then
wow.
we asked another question, and that's where this next guy is going to talk about. So why don't you introduce yourself?
What's your name?
My name is Matthew.
Start again.
Maverick Matthew Miller.
Okay.
Good. And
Maverick,
tell him how
good to
old
meet
you are.
4.
All right.
4 years old.
Good to
The
meet you.
question we asked ourselves on one of our research days was, what do penguins eat? Maverick.
Krill and fish.
Krill and fish.
Yeah, tell them what krill is. A lot of people don't know
Tiny
what that
red
is.
things.
Tell them again.
Tiny red things.
Tiny red things.
Tiny red things.
Yeah, and they
That's
eat
what
lots
krill
of
is.
those.
Wow.
Yeah. And now tell them what penguins have to be careful of.
Krill and leopard seal.
The big seals.
The leopard seal and killer
The
whale. Why do
leopards-
they have to be careful of those?
Because they eat them.
They'll eat the
I
penguins.
see.
Okay,
I
now
see.
for our final question of our research, I'm going to take it back over here to Logan.
Okay.
And that was, how do penguins stay warm? Because you know where they live, it's really cold, right?
It's the Arctic.
In
It's the Arctic,
right?
yeah.
So how do they stay warm, Logan?
They huddle and they huddle and they have blubber.
Blubber.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then we had to figure out what blubber,
Okay.
what it is,
Just
and
what
what
is
it feels like.
blubber?
So I brought today. Tell Mr. Marino what this is.
It's ice cold water.
Ice cold water.
Right? So
Uh-huh.
if we put our hands in that ice cold water, ooh, it's too cold. We could never swim in there, right?
Yeah.
So instead, we put our hands in.
The blubber.
This is a
Blubber.
bag of blubber.
A bag of blubber. You don't
Yeah.
find that in the
But
supermarket
it's actually
very often.
Crisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and then he puts his hand into that freezing cold water and tell him.
It's not cold.
It's not cold at all.
Not cold at all.
Wow.
Is that amazing?
So that's how blubber protects you from the cold.
Absolutely.
Ah, it's
Are
amazing.
these some great researchers?
I'm telling you, you guys have done the job.
Yeah, we have.
Wow.
Thanks so much for having us and letting them share their research
Oh,
today.
it's a great pleasure. And when I have,
What about this part?
yeah, what about that
Maverick
part?
did that part about the leopard seals and the whales.
Yeah, well, I've got distinguished scientists in the room
Yes,
with me
you
today.
do.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
I know everything, and everything is do okay.
All right.
Good job. Let's
It's
get
good that
you
he knows
down
everything.
from
What's he need
everything,
school
I'm
for
telling
now?
you. All right, let's move you around, Maverick. Good job.
All right, thanks, Logan and Maverick.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a wonderful job. That's great. That's absolutely fantastic. And now we move to bigger kids. And look who's back. Michelle Dolges, high school principal, is back with us. How's the baby doing?
Oh, the new baby is wonderful. She's
Yeah.
beautiful. We named her Elena.
Elena.
So
Very nice.
she was a nice welcome addition to our house. We have 2 little boys, and now we have a little girl, and
Yeah.
she has turned our house around a little bit. So it was a nice addition, and it was great being off with her.
Terrific. Now you're back on the job.
Yep, back on the job. Came back last week, and I brought with me 3 great gentlemen here with me. They're going to talk about our FFA and our Ag Career Fair that we have coming up. And so these are 3 of our shining stars down in the Ag Room.
All right, let's meet them. Come on over, fellas. This microphone here. You probably have to hold on to the base there before you lift that one up, Michelle. There you go. And you can roll those chairs out of the way if you'd like to do that. Get a little closer and get some introductions here. Good morning.
So my name's Jeremy Rose. I'm from Penns Manor. I'm actually a transfer student, and I come from Blacklick. But I got involved my 10th grade year, and I've enjoyed it ever since.
No, terrific. And
I'm Brock Escherman. I'm from Penns Manor. I've been here ever since I was these guys' age, pre-K up.
and
I'm Justin Older. I've been here, same thing, since I was their age. I'm a senior now. Been in FFA ever since I could have been.
yeah, all right, terrific. So ag programs generally, you come from an ag background. Is that the case with all 3 of you?
Yeah, well, I started in 4-H when I was 8 years old, and FFA was always a goal for me to get involved with. And I work on a dairy farm, and my family has a little farm of their own. And it was kind of a background thing for me, yes.
Yeah, terrific. So tell me about your involvement with FFA. What have you been doing? And
Oh, I'm an officer, and I do a lot. I want to get into animal science, so that's a big thing I want to push towards, and I go to Penn State, hopefully, is the goal, and get involved with animal science.
Yeah, and generally it's dairy for you?
Well, yes, sir. I'm involved in dairy, but I'd like to get in feed nutrition, somewhere along those lines. A company like Cargill or Purina, something like that.
Terrific. All right, next.
I don't really have. I'm a different story. I don't really have a agricultural background. On my dad's side of the family, they have horses, and my dad moved up here. They're from up north a little ways, and we moved down here, and I just got in FFA with my buddies, and
Yeah.
been here ever since.
So what's it been like for you? Is it something you enjoy a lot?
Oh yeah, FFA is like where I belong. It's a lot of fun. That's where I learn most of my stuff during the school days through the ag department.
And is it going to lead to a career?
I'm going to go to lineman school when I graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So, not really, but it's really something that I enjoy and
Yeah.
look forward to coming to school every day.
Terrific. All right, let's go back over to this microphone.
Yeah, I have kind of an agricultural background. We have a small farm at the house, and then I work on a farm down the road. Beatty's Club Lambs. They have 350 sheep that we're running right now. I work there every day, but
Yeah. So what's the career path for you? Have you figured that part out yet?
right now I'm undecided. I don't know what I want to do yet, but probably something in the agricultural field, though.
All 3 seniors?
I'm a junior, sir.
Yeah, I'm a junior as well.
You're
I'm a senior.
Yeah, all right, a senior and 2 juniors. All right, so let's talk about FFA at Penns Manor. What's the leadership like? What are some of the things that you do?
So we get involved a lot, with the opportunities in agriculture. We have a lot of things coming up with FFA week and such. We have a career fair coming up. Actually, it'll be next Wednesday. And if you want to take it over.
We got a few vendors here that are coming. We have Cambria Extension, 20 Winners Pet Resort, Congressman G.T. Thompson is coming. We got Pikes Peak Nursery, USDA Food Service, Earthscape, which is a landscape company, Indiana County Conservation District, DCNR officers, the Farm Bureau, Joe Diamond from the Farm Bureau, Frank Gluntz. He's from
Cargill. he does a lot with dairy farms and stuff, feeding dairy cows, making recommendations and such. He's a great guy. And then keeping down the line here, we have Penn Mechanical, Walker and Walker Tractor. And then this is our second annual Ag Career Fair. We hosted one last year, went over very well. Bringing in a couple different schools. It's nice to get everybody involved, see all the different faces and familiar faces, and it's a nice opportunity to get out and see what's out there.
Yeah, sounds really interesting. What about your perspective on this show?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed. I went through it last year. What we really do is we split everyone into groups, and then we do 8 minutes in each station, and you can stand there and they go through their thing of like what they do, and then you just learn about it. And then if you want to talk to them further on about it, you can do that too.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really good opportunity for everyone to try to see what's out there and see if they would be interested in that career or not.
Yeah, and it's not. You said other schools, so it's not just a Penns Manor thing.
No, we have other schools that come in too.
You're going to bring their FFAs in.
Yeah.
Too. Terrific stuff. Terrific stuff, Mrs. Dolges. This is enlightening for us here today. Maybe people don't realize that ag sciences are such a big part of school curriculum.
Yes, actually, our ag program at Penns Manor and our FFA is one of our largest student activities. Mr. Hughes, Jerry Hughes, is there, and he's also our FFA advisor. Does a lot with the kids. We have a greenhouse behind the school, so they do a lot with the greenhouse. They plant the plants and grow them, and then they have plant sales throughout the year. Like at Mother's Day, they take all the plants in the elementary school. Students can come over and buy things for their mothers for Mother's Day. They sell to the community. They do a lot of different sales throughout the year. They do a lot. We have all kinds of animals behind the building. At one point, we've had chickens, we've had turkeys, we've had pigs, we've had goats, we've had cow. Our maintenance loves that there's always animals, and sometimes they get loose.
They don't have to mow back there anyway.
They don't where the cow was last year. They didn't have to mow down where the cow was, but sometimes like the goats would get loose, and our maintenance would help catch the goats. But it's a good program. They do welding. They do engine repair. They do a lot of different activities down there, and it's a well-rounded curriculum. And we do have students from other schools. Currently, we have Jeremy had said he is a student at Blacklick. Blacklick sends him to us. We have students from United, and we have had students from Purchase Line, and I think we have a student interested possibly coming from Blairsville.
There you go.
So
there you go.
Our program is growing, and it's a very good program down there, and Mr. Hughes does a fantastic job.
Terrific stuff. Wonderful. Well, guys, thanks for coming in to tell us all about it. We appreciate that.
All right. Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure, and we appreciate the scientists who came to visit with us today as well.
I don't know. That was a tough act for us to follow.
You pulled it off. Thank you all for coming in to visit with us. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.